Yeah, my great pleasure. I call it a great honor for us to be together, charting a very vital cause for this continent, using our country as a point of contact. Today is going to be another turn around. Encourage everyone you know to tune into this station right now. I tell you something, we all have sisters. We are talking about our sisters here. We are talking about our wives, our friends, our loved ones. Most of these people becoming victims of all manner because of ignorance we have expressed over the years. And I want to encourage you right now, call all of them, and let's make this continent great again through the power of knowledge. Do that, I'll be right back.
Hello, I am Pastor Barrister Austin Nadi, the Country Director of Doctors Save a Life Foundation. I'm inviting you to join this life-changing and destiny-reforming foundation today. You can be part of it by calling those numbers that are running on your screen right now, or visit our website on www.drsavealife.org. Together, we can save a life.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Welcome back. You are still on You and Your Health. I remain your friend, Dr. Richard Okoye, the president of Doctors Save a Life Foundation, a non-governmental organization with clear vision of giving total health to the people of Africa through the power of knowledge. We have a vision that by the year 2025, the life expectancy of Nigerians will hit 70 years. This I've reassured you over and over again in this station, it will happen. We will roll out all the necessary technology that will make this information and also services available even to the rural areas where there is no internet. We have been able to develop certain devices that will make this thing work. That's why I said, be optimistic. Nigeria is a great country, fundamentally when it has to do with the health of the people that will build the nation. That's why I encourage all the health bodies to watch out for Nigeria. Whatever be the criteria that you have measured us to be 54 years life expectancy, there should be a review. Maximum come the end of 2022. I want us to begin to look at it again and give Nigeria the rightful place it belongs as we roll out a number of technology that will change the course of history of healthcare in Africa. Today is another day we're also marching forward towards achieving that goal by eliminating ignorance, health ignorance that have been killing our people. A story came that a young girl, having been in position to have fibroid and was bleeding, in an attempt to go to hospital, the sister said a prophecy came that if she goes to hospital, she will die. And this lady was bleeding every month, and all of a sudden bled the type she did, and she couldn't be in position to make it. She passed. When this story came to me, my heart wrecked. And I keep wondering, how long can we continue to condone ignorance as a way of life? How long? And that's why I said it is expedient for us to look at certain misconceptions, the facts and the lies about the issue of fibroid. Please hear this to help your sister, help your loved one, help your friends. Majority of them are passing through because unfortunately in this side of the world, statistics shows that 1 out of every 4 women have fibroid. If they die in that particular manner, what will be the fate of the nation? Because if you preserve a woman, you also preserve a nation. And that's why at this particular point in time, I want us to pay attention.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Today, we are going to roll out those questions people usually ask and address them one by one. Okay, and let's look at it, because the fundamental thing in this side of the world is that in everything, they will tell you the problem is spiritual. They will say that the problem is spiritual. So The first thing that happened, just like it happened to this young girl, which he said their problem is spiritual. If you go to hospital, you die. First question is fibroid a spiritual problem? Now, I stand to tell you this. Fibroid is a gynecological tumor. As a matter of fact, found in women. It's not found in men. It's found in women and is found in the womb. It is something that can be touched. Look at this. This is fibroid removed. All right? And this particular fibroid can be touched. It's not a spirit. Friend, anybody that is telling you that fibroid you have in that womb having been identified is a spiritual attack, is a deceiver, or otherwise you call him an ignorant person who is trying to use ignorance to undo your destiny. It is not a spiritual problem. It can be removed, touched, and it's not going to reincarnate, which we'll be able to talk about now. Is it not really time for us to be able to look at the implication of this abuse of prophecy, as it were? Abuse of prophecy everywhere. Somebody will marry, and somebody will now go and prophesy to the man or to the woman that their wife is a witch. Come on. Come on, to scatter the home. A lot of divorces are happening in this particular country because of those nonsense prophecies. This lady that died now, nobody will say anything. We will leave it in the hand of God to judge. Come on, should I tell you? Telling a woman not to go to hospital is a demon and all that. You can be sued. A smart lawyer can put it to you that that is an unsolicited, senseless, and negative counseling leading to preventable or regrettable death. You can go in for it under a criminal conduct. That's why it's important, if you are prophesying, you prophesy with wisdom. Wisdom is profitable to give direction. I'm not actually saying there's no need for prophecy and all that. I'm not here to debunk that you can't see or you can't hear, because all of us in this country, we all hear. Even with hallucination, we all hearing is hearing. But whatever it is, that whatever you hear or you saw, it's important to present it with wisdom. Otherwise, we just be killing people in this country and nobody's saying anything. It's quite a pity. She is dead. Everybody will wait for another victim. If you have fibroid, go to hospital. Fibroid is not a spirit. Anybody that tells you your problem is an attack, that your health problem is a demonic, many people have died. Do you want to join them? Do you want your loved one to join them? That are telling you, unfortunately, in this side of the world, that even people you think that are learned, that I don't know whether it's hypnotization or what. So can't you think? It is time for us to stand and don't call ignorance a way of life in this country.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
We go further here. Someone asked a question and said, why is fibroid more common among black women? Yeah, that actually is true, because if you look at some of the Caucasians, also those in Asia, you may not see a woman over there in Asia with 5 cm fibroid. It's very rare, okay? It's not as common as it is here. But study also has shown that our women tend to have high level of estrogen. Of course, you know that's what makes our women to have a better build, all right? And also what makes our women to be more fertile than most of those Caucasians. However, this same estrogen has been found to fuel the growth of fibroid. So it is one of the things that have been found to be responsible. And someone asked that very question, very critical, that why is it that it apparently seems to be more common now compared to maybe our grandmothers and whether it is something we are eating. Let me not rule out those kind of jobs we do eat at this particular point in time, and some of those abuses of medications we are using to prevent pregnancies and all that. But be that as it may, it has also been shown in those days, women tend to marry earlier than we do now. We have a lot of career women. Even some men, at 40, you see begging, they go marry. He say, I still believe in God. I don't know what is believing God. A friend of mine once asked me and said, Dr. Richard, is it good for a man to marry somebody, he lost, or somebody who lost him? I said, my friend, at this your age, both of them can walk. Go and marry. Majority of men has been in that very manner, looking for those body that will say, do I love you or do you love me? My friend, by maturity, you look up to 40 and you're still asking, all of them, God has given you wisdom to manage it too. Okay? So, very, very important. That's one of the reasons why most of our women marry over 30, and sometimes, nature is does not above vacuum. Or if baby is not there, fibroid may start having answer. But be that as it may, that estrogen has been found to be more in our own women. And also, coming to the question of surgery, if I do fibroid operation, can I get pregnant? Second, also they said, if you do fibroid operation again, you will be able to achieve pregnancy. And some also put it that, why is it that if you do it, it will come back again? Stay tuned. We will be debunking these misconceptions one after another. I will be right back.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Welcome back. You are still on You and Your Health. I'm your friend, Dr. Richard Okoye. We got a disturbing story of a young girl who happened to be in position of having fibroid, bleeding every month, and in an attempt to go for the surgery, a prophecy came according to the sister that they said that she shouldn't go to hospital, that if she gets to hospital, she will die. And unfortunately, she was held back, given all manner of leaves and some things while the prayer is going on. Unfortunately, that young girl one occasion got tired and died. What must have killed that young girl? Is it not the spirit that would have pursuing her not to come to hospital, that now pursued her to wherever she is and where they kept her praying? And that's also joined to the question someone asked, how do I know? What are the symptoms that will make me to know whether I have fibroid or not? Very important to let you know that fibroid can be in a woman without symptom, being asymptomatic. Yes, can be without symptom. The only way to know whether you have fibroid or not is by doing pelvic scan. If you get pelvic scan, it will tell you whether you have fibroid, also which location and how many possibly. That day, you will find it. It's not hidden. It's not a spirit, as we earlier said. And also, apart from the fact that fibroid, present the issue of when it starts, a woman can also discover that her tummy is getting something hard towards this side initially, or you are feeling hurting. Funny enough, when you ask some of the women, my friend, why did you allow this fibroid to be this small? He say, I don't know. I'm just seeing it. No, you can't be lying to yourself, because you have your body. You know how your tummy used to be. And all of a sudden, you discover that your tummy is getting something hard here. Can't you think whether that is a cancer or a tumor? And you say that you are feeling something hard there and you folded your hands so that it will damage your womb before you think of doing something about it. No. When you feel something hard here, you go for scan also. That will also reveal what exactly it is. Additionally, the commonest symptom a woman can have, particularly those people that have this very one that are close to the womb, that is called submucous fibroids. Those ones usually present with a lot of bleeding. If you discover as a woman that you used to have your period of 3-4 days and it starts extending more, something is wrong. Or you discover that your menses that used to flow like water is now coming out in block of blood. It is an evidence that you are now shedding your own blood, because menstrual blood does not clot. That is one characteristic of it. So it's important that you get it. When you start bleeding excessively, something is wrong. It could be a problem coming from fibroid. It could be also what is called adenomyosis, associated with severe pain. If we have time, we'll talk about that briefly. And concerning that young girl that died, unfortunately, she must have suffered what is called anemic heart failure. When somebody is losing blood, no matter what they say, you have to be taking a blood medicine or your dry punky and all that. Friend, it takes about 21 days of blood to be produced. If your tap is running faster than you are filling it, the tank will be emptied. So the rate at which the blood is flowing out of you can't be replaced by a normal tablet. No, the course of the flow should be stopped. Otherwise, when the heart does not have enough blood, you see the fellow will start having some level of dizziness, tiredness. If she walked a distance, she will feel so tired. And over the time, you see the leg may be swollen, and this lady can slump and died. A lot, including this one that just happened. A lot can die in that format. So when you see those symptoms, friend, let us be in position at least to have a positive chart towards the solution to our problem. If your problem is poverty dependent, you tell God the truth. Let us not use witches and wizards to attack another and confuse people, confuse everybody around us, and we are burying people that on things otherwise not only prevented but can be cured. Enough of this ignorance. Please let us have a knowledge today that can help us save our loved ones. We can't be spending money on burial. It is evil for us to be in position that our excitement is to spend money to bury somebody, but not to spend money to keep somebody alive that can make the money tomorrow. Stay tuned. When I come back, we'll be in position to look at options available as the best solution to the issue of fibroid. And I will give you an acid test that if somebody tells you take this zero product or the one you are taking, I will give you an acid test that will reveal to you whether you are being deceived or not. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye. You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Welcome back. You are still on You and Your Health. We are looking at stopping preventable death in this country representing African continent through the power of knowledge. And we are looking at a case of a young girl that had fibroid, was bleeding, and somebody was saying, according to the sister's report, that she was told that if she gets to the hospital to do the fibroid operation, she will die. And upon that, she didn't go anywhere. She bled and died. And we say enough is enough. And that's what we are looking at the thing today. And we are looking at this. Somebody asked, what is the best way to remove fibroid? While you hold me accountable for speaking in favor of certain one being a medical doctor, I will also not leave you here without giving you an acid test that will help you test run whatever you call your own solicited solutions. Okay, now I will tell you, globally speaking, fibroid in these particular areas can be removed, but the best way to take this zero fibroid out and also being able to preserve the integrity of this womb can only be done by surgery. When you see fibroid located there, the option remains by surgery. However, there are different forms of it right now, because in the current dispensation, fibroid can be excellently be removed. And in most cases right now, with the aid of the diatemy, no blood transfusion required again. A majority of those surgeries, except there is already a compromised cardiac function following anemia before the procedure. Be that as it may, it is important for you to know that surgery remains the best option. There are methods of that surgery. You can do what is called laparoscopic removal of this fibroid, and you can also be in position to do the hysteroscopic removal, and you also could use a diatemy that will help, as earlier mentioned, minimize the blood loss, and a very excellent job can be done. You can also do the abdominal myectomy, as the case may be. There are other forms of procedures of what is called embolization. Those were embolization, but they are not recommended for a situation of this other type. Now, for those that may also have other options and say, no, I have one product to drink, I have this one and all that, there's no issue about it. This is the acid test. Before, if someone tells you, I have this other product that will help you be able to remove fibroid, disappear fibroid and all that, go ahead. But before you do that, go for pelvic scan. As you scan, you keep the report. Okay, you can take any product, but be mindful of your kidney. When you take those products, at least 1 month, you should be able to tell yourself before and after, how am I feeling? You go on your own again, go do pelvic scan. If you do pelvic scan and the fibroids are sitting there staring at you, can't you think? Do you need a prophet to tell you that you are being deceived at that very point in time? It's not that anybody is saying, don't take the product. But you need to be in position to be wise while doing that, because a lot of kidney problems are right now in the country. And now let me just come in here, because it's very expedient for us to look at some of the concerns of people. He said, no, they say if you do fibroid operation, you will not get pregnant again. That is a lie of the devil. That is a deceiver talking to you. Many women have done fibroid, and in this dispensation right now, ultimate engagement for doing fibroid is to preserve the womb for fertility purpose. So fibroid can be excellently be removed, and majority of the associated complications this time, a lot of things have been put in place to be able to avoid all those issues. Fibroid can be excellently removed, and the woman will be able to have her babies. Okay? Nevertheless, it's important for me to mention that when you say that a woman did fibroid operation, she didn't get pregnant. Question number 1, at what point was that fibroid removed? Is it when the fibroid must have scattered the whole architecture because of negligence and fear, that when you get it done, nothing may be left? That's why it's important for you to remove the fibroid on a very good time. On the other hand, it's unfortunate that people that marry for 5 years, 10 years, over the time, you see that they say they have fibroid. But the question is, why was this woman not pregnant when the fibroid was not there when they earlier married? Simply because it is not a one-gender affair. For a woman to achieve pregnancy, it depends on the quality of the sperm of the husband and also the factors associated with the woman herself. So it is important for us to know that a man with low sperm count, even if you remove fibroid 10 times, the wife can get pregnant. So this has to be balanced, okay?
You and your health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Do not travel abroad to go and do fibroid. You will get it wrong. Somebody will ask me a question, how possible? How is it that people will leave America, leave Europe to come to Nigeria to come and do fibroid operation? I say, yeah, it's just because of understanding. The fact remains that fibroid is African woman's problem. And as a matter of fact, if you travel to certain parts of Europe and Asia, you will never see a single woman with fibroid. It's more common among blacks. So, in a situation where you leave yourself and say, I'm going to India, I'm going to America or Europe to go and do fibroid operation, you will likely get it all wrong. That's why most of the time they remove their womb. Because It is not a common practice over there. It's not a common practice. They don't see it over there. But here in Nigeria, you can see a woman with even very full pregnancy size of fibroid and still can be excellently removed and the womb be preserved. Simply because mastery comes over the time of practice, which is more common here in Nigeria. Which is more common here in Nigeria than you can find outside the world. By and by, today's message is for us to be able to go out there, liberate our women from oppression of ignorance, to allow fibroid until they do them part. Affliction shall not rise the second time, but it's good we know why the first one happened, to know how to prevent the recurrence. Share the knowledge, encourage every woman to do the right thing before it is too late. See you some other time as we march toward 2025. 70 years life expectancy for Nigerians, very possible. God bless you.